Swift Sloan from Swift Motion Pictures, and you just been verified.
What it do, everybody? It's your boy, You Black, again with another episode on MKE Verified. I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in. Before we start, I want to give a shout out to all our supporters and our sponsors. I don't think we ain't got no sponsors, so we need y'all to start sponsoring the show, man. If you want your vision, your company, your business, or anything on our episodes, reach out to the page at _MKE Verified and let us know. But with that being said, we got a very special guest tonight, and I won't do the proper justice, and I'm gonna have you introduce yourself. Let everybody know who you are first.
Man, I'm Swift Sloan, owner of Swift Motion Pictures, and we make movies, TV series, documentaries, stuff like that.
I guarantee you, if you have never seen this man or heard of this man, you've seen some of the movies and TV shows that he's done. Because that happened to me before. They said, we introduced Swift Sloan. So I knew who you were as a person, and then I knew the work that you done. I didn't know y'all was the same individual, bro. So thank you. You know what I'm saying? You know somebody through the grapevine. Yeah. So actually, I'm going to get into personal things. Where you from?
Milwaukee, right here.
You from here?
Yeah, born and raised, born and bred. Man.
See, I ain't know that.
You can't tell?
I mean, shit, it's Milwaukee or Detroit. It was one of them.
Hey, I'm going to tell you what's funny, though. I got a lot of homies in Detroit, and that's actually where I got the game from on the movies, on the movie shit. And, a lot of people think I'm from Detroit.
I thought you was. From the movies.
Yeah, a lot of, people from Detroit. Like, they be tagging, like, all the Detroit filmmakers and shit up there, and they be like, tagging me.
It's appreciated, but shit.
Go watch the movies, you know what I mean? So, it don't even matter.
What made you really get into this? Like, what started? Was you a kid and you was just like, I'm gonna put this together? Like, where did this come from?
Well, it all derived from, me writing books. So, my Circumstances series, the movie series Circumstances, is actually based on my book series, Motivation. So I have a book series, Motivation 1, 2, and 3. Mm-hmm. And, man, it was just one of the things where I was at a turning point in my life, you know what I mean? And I was just trying to figure out, what was the next chapter? What was I going to do? And,
you trying to make some legit money? That's what he written off.
I mean, basically, I was trying to, just really just turn the page on a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Can I cuss on you?
You can, bro.
Okay, cool. So I was just trying to turn the page on a lot of stuff, and
he asked if I didn't say stuff after that. No, go ahead, bro.
No, so and then I wrote my first book, man.
And the first book was Motivation, right?
It's Motivation, Mastering the Game. And that's Circumstances 1.
So it's a lot of things that you're doing. You don't have to say it because I don't want to get nobody in trouble. Is it based off your life, things you witnessed, or things like that? Like,
yeah, Circumstances 1, I'm going to say Circumstances 1 and a big portion of 2 is largely based on a lot of stuff that I've seen. Like, I don't know if, you've seen Circumstances 1 when the girl was killed in New Orleans. Mm-hmm. Like that was like a real thing. You know what I mean? Like that happened for real. I just didn't put nobody in there.
Right.
And a lot of other stuff. What I did with the series was I kind of like compiled a lot of stories that I experienced, went through, some other people went through, and you just come up with a fictional tale based on a lot of realities. Yeah.
I think that's another reason why a lot of people can relate to your movies and your short films and things like that, because I said unfortunately and fortunately, it's things that we live on a day-to-day basis, and we can relate to it way better because we live those things, we see those things, we hear those things in our upbringing.
100%. It's one of the things where I tell people, like, if you watch Circumstances 2, a homie of mine, Jaquavius Coleman, he an author. Like, he's like one of the biggest black authors in the country. You can look him up. And he the one who turned me on to, the movie game. He put a quote in there about, us telling our stories. You know what I mean? Like, people always think that, just because, we telling stories about things that's going on in the ghetto that is negative, man. When actually all we doing is illustrating what we seeing. It's no different than, you take knives, you know what I'm saying? It's
put it in their raps.
Yeah, nobody's glorifying it, but it's like, you stick us in these communities and, we don't see nothing else but poverty and what comes with that. You stick somebody in the ghetto, what
else we gonna talk about?
Right. What else can we talk about? Until we see something else. You know what I mean?
How do we get there?
Yeah.
I like that. We gonna definitely get into a lot of your films and the thought process behind everything a little bit later.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get into a little bit more of the way you conduct yourself. So when you not writing movies or thinking about short films and you just chilling, like what's your hobbies? What you like to do?
Man, I like to work out. I don't, get a chance to work out.
You only can do that at the retirement age, bro. You comfortable right now. Niggas don't just work out for fun.
No, I'm gonna tell you something. I used to work out real heavy, man. I just think, that it's very important that you take care of yourself physically. But
you eating good now? Like you eat pork and shit? You got rid of pork?
You know what? I still mess around with that bacon, man.
I can't leave it. I'm never leaving bacon alone.
It's hard, but like pork chops, I ain't ate no pork chops or nothing, man. It probably
years.
I was a kid, literally 12, 13. Last time I ate a pork chop, I threw up.
Type shit, and then it was done after that.
12 years old, yeah, for real. So, in terms of, me just working out and taking care of myself, I mean, that's something that's important, man. We can't enjoy none of this shit if we don't take care of ourselves, right?
For a fact.
So, outside of that, of course, man, I like, spending time with my kids and, as much as I can and, giving, passing information down to them, man, and showing them, that it's important, that you keep that bond with your kids and, and I like playing chess.
Oh, we gonna have to definitely matter of fact, we'll get your number or something.
You ain't ready
Listen, boss, time out.
You ain't ready for this, bro.
You're not gonna come on my show. No, and I was actually first chair in college, bro. I'm cold at this shit. We gonna get this shit. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm a software engineer. I'm gonna be promoting myself.
Young Bobby, huh?
Yeah. Bobby Fisher. I know who that is. All right. We gonna play one time.
Yeah.
So, one thing I do want to bring up too, then I'm glad you brought that up because, you're doing it for yourself for sure, but you also want to leave a legacy behind for your kids and, things like that. Is there anybody that really, like you said, somebody had put you into the filming game, but what was the turning point for you? Or you was like, all right, I got to do this, and you were sure it was filming.
The movies?
Yeah.
Man, I'm going to tell you something. When I wrote my first book, and I'm talking about at this time, you talking 2009.
I was in junior high school.
Yeah. I'm up there, man. So, it was a thing when I wrote the book, I knew it was going to be a movie. Mm-hmm. I didn't have no idea how, you know what I mean?
But you know.
I'm just one of them niggas that believe I can do anything. You know what I'm saying? And, what you do, man, is you align yourself with the people, that you're supposed to align yourself with in order to get where you're trying to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, my main thing is, you have to find out what your strengths are. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
And you got to make mistakes along the way to find out what their strength is, though, too.
100%. But you got to stay with it. You know what I mean? Because it's like, it's one of them things where, nothing is going to happen overnight.
But overnight, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I fuck with that. I don't know if you was gonna say that, but my mom always told me that shit. Ain't nothing gonna happen overnight, but overnight it's all gonna happen. And I never got it until one day everything clicked. I was stressing about it these days, and one day it just all popped for me. Mm-hmm. I do like that, man. It's a glass half full. It's never the bad thing, so I like that. Right. I went through your page when they let us know we were interviewing you and whatnot. And, not dick riding shit, but I went through, I ain't like shit. How you accidentally feel almost like something that 12 weeks later that was being weird and shit. Then you walk in and it's me and shit. Fuck wrong with dude, but I see you actually communicate a lot and, you really chat with Rick Ross. Now for other people, people like, dude, know Ross and he know you and she comment on your stuff. Like, how did that happen? And, you're probably used to it now, but how's that lifestyle?
Man, it was it came about because they got they started this thing, him and his partner Alex, this thing called the Boss Up Conference, and it was in September. And what the Boss Up Conference is it's basically a conglomerate business owners who come together and just put ideas together and try to build off of each other's resources. You know what I'm saying? And of course, Ross being one of them. The man probably can touch anything, right?
And yeah.
So that's pretty much what it is. It's a a thing where it's kind of like a consortium, of people that come together and try to brainstorm on different ideas, help each other out, the stuff that we supposed to be doing.
For a fact. White people do it more than why we can't. Yeah,
and that's the reason why, we in the situation we in right now where, black people really don't have any wealth when it's a lot of wealth in the ghetto, it's a lot of wealth in the black community, the, middle class, upper class, all of that, but there's no abundance of wealth because we don't know how to come together and actually believe in each other, and people be too worried about how much you gonna make off a deal versus what they gonna make. So that's how I connected with him, man, you know what I'm saying, through the Boss Up conference.
People don't understand 25% of that big picture is way more than your 100% of this little picture that you got going on. Like you said, you're too worried about things like that. That's actually dope. So the next conference you go on, make sure I'm there with you. So closed mouths don't get fed, y'all. Y'all just an interview, it's intervention. I'm trying to wrong our word. It's about life. No.
Got you.
I see that I think that was Circumstances 2. I'm not 100% sure, I don't wanna lie. Shout out to my boy DJ Banger. Was that 2 that he was in?
Yeah, that was 2.
He was in Circumstances 2. He was ugly as hell. That's my nigga so I can talk about it. Shout out to my boy. He was in there. And I know you do got a lot of actors that are from Detroit, I believe. You got the original Biggie. What's his real name?
Jamal Willard.
Shout out to him. He a cool dude. I wanted to ask you, where are you looking to find your people from? Are you trying to find people from home? Like, where are you looking? Like,
well, when I first, dove into this situation, you learn in the process, then once you find your way, you can get loose with it. So, I mean, I want to give people from Milwaukee a shot. You know what I'm saying?
I'm from here. Go ahead.
No, I mean, but
no, yeah,
no, for real. I want to give people from Milwaukee a shot, man. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of people from Milwaukee in Circumstances too. Gorgees.
Gorgees definitely. Shout out to Mac Daddy, man. He grew up in my hood.
Man, it's a bunch of people. Banger. It's a bunch of them. Who else?
I can't even think. I know it was definitely some more people.
Charm. Renee. It's not. I just can't come out of the top of my head. But
shout out to all y'all.
Yeah, we got a bunch of them in there. We got a bunch of them in Circumstances 3. Which that'll be coming out this spring, and we got a bunch of people from Milwaukee and this other joint that we actually casting for right now.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean that's what it's about. You know what I mean? It's like you want to be able to show people, man. Because we in a city where I mean people really don't understand the game of filmmaking, right? So the first thing what a lot of people ask me, they be like, man, do you make money off this shit? And they're like, nigga, you think I'm finna be doing
this shit for free?
For a hobby? I'm too old for that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I understand it, because if a person don't understand something, they don't understand the model of it. So they gonna ask those kind of questions. But, when you talk about the actors, you know what I'm saying, the crew, I got crew people from here.
A lot of people.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So you wanna give people a chance, man, to see that they can actually do whatever they want to do. You know what I mean? If you put your mind to something, you know what I'm saying, you can actually do it. The reason why Detroit, everybody, in Detroit, you got so many cats making movies up there, because they've been doing this shit for so long. It's all, but they understand the business. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm trying to get, brothers to, to understand here. Like, even, I talk to a lot of the rappers, man, and I tell them, look, man, you got to understand, when you look at 50 Cent, you look at Ice Cube, you look at Ice-T, you look at all of these cats who they was able to break off into the film industry and have luxurious careers. Ice-T film career was
better than his rap.
You know what I'm saying? Ice Cube too, right? And then now it's looking like 50 Cent finna be.
You said looking like I'm damn near saying already. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Yeah.
So it's just one of them things where, you know, when you rapping, you know what I'm saying, you gotta look at every possible avenue to promote yourself. You know, the videos is cool, don't get me wrong, but guess what? A motherfucker set up a movie forever. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have way more range with the movies. You know, so
we still watching Friday to this day.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and guess what? Cube's still making money. Mm-hmm. And whoever owned the rights to it, every time you watch that, they're getting paid. You know, just like the Cosby Show. Bill Cosby got filthy rich off of syndication, not off of them actually filming the seasons. He got rich after the fact.
After the fact.
You know, so, you know, with me doing this, man, to get back to what you was asking about, giving people from Milwaukee a shot. You know what I'm saying? I just like, man, to have people around me, you know, that want to win, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I want to be able to, you know, be a vessel, man, to give people a chance to shine.